But the first question I might go to is from the Australian, Mr Packham.
Thank you, Minister. We learned today that the government has now dropped its anti-dumping action against Chinese wind turbines. The Global Times says this shows Australia's distancing itself from the anti-China position of the US. Is this a quid pro quo? And could you update us on the latest on wine, beef and lobster? And will the government also adopt a softer position on China's bid to enter the CPTPP?
In relation to the last part of the question, there's been no change to the position I've outlined previously. In relation to the assertion of the earlier points you made, there's no relationship between the wine dispute and the steel disputes. Obviously, the wine issue has been dealt with through the WTO processes and associated negotiations. Minister Husic has made has made a decision based on the apolitical and evidence-based recommendation from the Anti-Dumping Commissioner, and Australia has made clear the independence of that commission and our trade remedy system. As you know, there's an interim decision on wine. We look forward to the timetable that has been outlined for the Chinese by the Chinese side for the final decision on wine, and we continue to express our view, as I have since I became Foreign Minister, that we believe it's in the interest of both nations for all trade impediments to be removed. Thank you. Phoenix TV, Lee Yiming.
On behalf of George Young from Phoenix Satellite TV, many Chinese people believe that the bottleneck in Australia-China relations lies in Australia's lack of trust in China. What kind of threat do you think China will pose to Australia? Australia and China have large trade relations and go well, but there are many restrictions on science, technology and education. I would like to ask, in such an atmosphere, do Australia-China relations only seek uncertainty rather than development? Thank you.
Well, the first point I'd make is I think stability is a good thing. And we seek a stable and productive and mature relationship with China. This is consistent with what we have said. The Prime Minister Albanese and Premier Lee reiterated the importance of a stable and constructive bilateral relationship. And I think it's important for us to recognise how much progress we have made in a short period of time. We've resumed the foreign and strategic dialogue in the annual leaders meeting. This is really important. As I said, Australia will continue to be Australia, China will continue to be China. We are bound by geography, by history, by our peoples, by our trade. We know that there are differences that arise out of who we are, and we want to manage them wisely. We've resumed trade talks and economic talks. We have consultations on consular issues, defence and climate. We've commenced technical cooperation on climate-related matters, and our police work together to counter narcotics trafficking and transnational crime. We've welcomed the Education Minister here to Canberra and now the Foreign Minister. So there's been a lot of progress in the relationship in a short space of time, and that is a good thing, and we'll continue to engage. We think it's in our national interest to engage, just as there will be issues on where we cooperate and issues where we can disagree.